Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss who from the bourbon industry would be on our bowling team. My name is Miss Beka Sue. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Luke Otero, Lenny Eckstein, and Darren McElroy.
Hey gang, what's up?
Howdy.
Hey.
Oh, so yeah, we're going to be talking about a bowling team today and who from the industry that we would like to recruit. We're just going to be throwing names out there and then explain why we would want them. Bowling's such a unique sport because mostly it's sitting around, usually drinking is involved and chatting and stuff like that. And then you break up that conversation every once in a while by standing up and throwing a ball and then coming back. So it's pretty fun, but we'll see if people are more interested in going for people that might be more skilled, better bowlers versus people that they just want to hang out with us. So we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Darren said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Darren?
So, if you guys could invent anything, laws of physics need not apply. What would you invent? What would you fix? What would you change?
If I could invent something. Laws of physics don't even apply.
I mean, I got one. It's kind of a gimme in a sense, but right. I was driving my wife's car this weekend to go to Denver. She just got fairly recently got a new car, and it like in addition to what's it called, like adaptive cruise control, it'll also follow lanes. So it's not fully self-driving, but I definitely take my hands off the wheel and do other things, like
sure. Get back, make a sandwich in the back.
But as I'm doing that, I'm thinking like
definitely not a sandwich.
Eating tinned oysters.
Yes, yes, delicious. Yeah.
But as I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, like, this is so not safe though, because every once in a while the ability to follow lane shuts off, so you really can't just fuck off and do other things while your car is driving. So I think like, if there was a mechanism to insulate oneself from massive disaster while hauling ass down the highway, I would like that. I hate
like that.
Like an airbag?
What? An airbag? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Like a mechanism
not
to
an
prevent you
airbag.
from death?
Like
he means auto-driving cars.
I don't know, like a magnet. She said physics need not apply. Like some kind of magnetic mechanism, something that could totally, I don't know.
So maybe just like Star Trek, where you can just,
Well, I'm trying to be more realistic than that.
Okay.
By a bit.
I mean,
there's no realistic anything here.
Right. I would say we have to throw out, something that would just save the world,
Beam me up,
cures for
Scotty.
cancers and all that, because that would be the obvious choice in what we want to do, and that's not interesting. Because then when so we got to come up with things that aren't so obvious. And for me, as a person who suffers from hair loss, I want to get something that actually works. You don't have to, if you quit taking it for a week, all your hair falls out. I want to give you something that gives you a head of hair like that goddamn Luke Otero. I can't hair like that. Seriously. I would rule the world. We would have.
Or Darren.
There'd be nobody to listen to any other podcast. It would just be. I would rule the world if I had Luke's hair for sure. That's the difference between me and greatness, right there. Is the lack of hair. I had the hair. Oh, and
How
I would
is
always
that
be
not done though? Like, come on, science.
Yeah, how can they not
Catch
fix
90% of
male
men
pattern
need that.
hair loss? Actually, why haven't men corrected that? I guess it's because they're too busy trying to fix erectile.
Yeah, exactly. Just matter more.
That's all they actually care about. They've
That's
been
all they
working
care.
on
They
that.
both matter, but one matters more.
right.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Yeah.
All the scientists are working on that instead.
Yeah. Well, Luke, what would you invent if you could invent something? A comb that gets through that head of hair? There's got to be something outside of that. Yeah.
I was kind of thinking mechanical in the lines of, so our daughter, she just got, she traded in her old car for a new car, and the damn thing had a flat tire. I said, damn, why can't they just do something right? And if something is about to go wrong, it just takes care of itself. So, when I saw this topic, I said, this would be perfect if the science has got to be there. I don't know. Yeah, she drove it around for a week and it had a slow leak of some sort. And so anyway, an automatic refilling tire, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I have seen those other tires where they're like, there's not even air in them. They like literally have like holes that they've been like they put them on some like 4-wheelers and stuff like that, where it's just all like rubber.
Like on moon landers.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that shouldn't just all of them be like that?
They should be. Yeah.
Come on, science.
Yeah.
Come on, science. Who else? Who else has got something?
Well, if there's no restrictions on what we can invent, I guess. I really couldn't think of anything like, being able to beam up to wherever I want to go would be pretty fantastic, kind of going along with Lenny's idea, except for he wants some sort of like balloon that just tosses him down the highway, apparently.
Yeah.
At high velocities. I'm not sure why that's where he went. Like,
I just don't want to look at the road when I drive, is all I'm saying.
that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, why don't you just like beam places?
Beam places.
Then you don't even have to
Time.
look at the fucking road.
Yeah. There's
So,
no
like,
driving at all then. Yeah.
That one sounds fantastic because you could just, go wherever you want at any time, but also sounds really annoying because then like people you don't want to see would show up like places all the time as well.
Yeah.
So that also would be, I think.
Wouldn't it be classic though if Lenny, by God, has some strike of genius and then comes up with this idea for this car that does drive perfectly by itself, and then at the same time Beka comes up with her transporter, and Lenny invests all this money, starts rolling out, and 1 week later Beka comes out with the
I've got my
transporter.
monster rubber ball that throws you down the highway accelerated speeds and you can't die. And I'm like, oh, you just get to push a button and you're there
Yeah.
in 30 seconds anywhere.
Beka's
in the
ads
world.
just feature Lenny's cars and be like, why would you even do this? Just press a button and you're there. Yeah.
Get rid of
Lenny's
all the
broke.
roads. You're like, there'd be no interstates. And he'd say, yeah, it's great. So that sounds great. But also, wouldn't it be cool? And I'm not necessarily into I just think it'd be cool if you could somehow, I don't like weather control, but also like if somehow just you could fix the weather so it was always, I don't say it was always nice because I do think there needs to be seasons, but just so it was always the
Not
perfect
cold.
type of weather for when it's weather out. It's like not too humid. You get some
Right.
thunderstorms, but you never get anything like horrendous. You get some thunder and lightning, but it's mostly just nice. And it's like on the perfect day for a thunderstorm on a nice Sunday when you're sitting at home. And just like the weather's just kind of always fantastic. You get your rain, you get your sun, you get, probably not any hail because that's an
Right.
unnecessary thing to happen. Hail, tornadoes are pretty unnecessary.
Yeah.
as
Hail
well.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
just to
if
fix
they
all the
controlled
weather.
that stuff, and we may rely on Luke here from a legal
I
perspective.
don't want the government to control it.
So, but it happens. It happens. It's ultimately controlled. They elect a person in each city who controls the weather for that city.
Beka does it for the whole country.
Just me.
No, it has to be different for the whole country. I would assume, right? Or
Every
would we just
state
have
could
to say-
control their weather.
Yeah, I think it should be controlled.
State
It certainly
controlled
should be at the state controlled. Okay. So do they let it, like on Christmas Day, do they let it snow in the States?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do they get
Inches.
sued if someone has a car wreck though? They're like, oh, I wouldn't have had this goddamn wreck if you wouldn't have made it snow, you ass. Why am I still gotta go to work? I'm a nurse or doctor or something like that.
If they were driving my vehicle, it wouldn't be an issue.
If they took my transporter, then they also would be an issue. They're just getting beamed all over the place. They're not driving anyway.
And no
If we got my new hair system, everyone would be at home in the bedroom because they'd look so good looking. Women wouldn't be able to resist us, man. We wouldn't have to worry about doing shit like going out on snowy days and that. We'd be just like, we're gonna stay home, and then I would just take my hat off and it'd be like, whoa, and that music would play, and
Yeah.
good.
I mean, the one thing about the state controlled weather is like there definitely be times where like whoever's in charge of it is like their wife's just like I have so much stuff to get done at work tomorrow and there's no way I can get it done, and he's like, oh, snowstorm, honey, don't even worry about it. 3 feet of snow tomorrow.
Hell.
Oh yeah.
3 feet of snow
this
tomorrow.
stuff would come
We're
out
good.
and people would get fired. It'd be a whole thing. Yeah, scandals. Yeah. So Darren, you asked the question. You have to have. This better be good because you've had.
So my idea kind of also got shitted on by Becca's idea, which is unfortunate. But what brought this up is because every day I've been driving to the shop, and there's been road work on the highway, and there's road work right in front of the shop.
Yeah.
Why can't we invent concrete that just stays perfectly flat? No potholes, no nothing ever forms, and it just always works the way it's supposed to. Instead of having to replace the whole road all the time.
You
that
can control anything. You can do anything in the entire world, and you're like, I'm fixing fucking potholes. Cancer, nah. No more tornadoes. Absolutely not.
You can go get other jobs and
potholes.
Yeah. I've been driving in that stuff. I'll tell you, I like Darren's idea. It'll be good.
It sucks to go to the shop right now because it's up and down, sharp things everywhere.
They dug out a trench and still they didn't even close down the thing, so you don't see it as you leave. I got a small car. I hit this trench. I'm like, God damn, what the hell's going on? I thought I was falling to the edge of the earth. So yeah, I lived though. I lived.
There you
go.
For
you guys, I did. I held on because I was like,
you're holding on not for us, but for that new hair system that's going to show up.
Yeah. If that hair system ever shows up, God damn, that'll be good. That'll be good. All right. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with, I guess, Darren. He's the only one who looks like he's ready to go. What do you got, Darren?
I got some bare knuckle boxing from the ABV Barrel Shop, rye whiskey.
Okay. Decent. Way better than anything that you used to do, for sure. So yeah, that's interesting. All right.
He's improving.
Next up is Lenny. He's ready to go there.
Yeah, I've got a bottle of the Claremont.
Oh, Claremont Steep. Yeah, nice. All right. That was a weird noise, but
I don't think it was weird.
He did it really fast.
Yeah, he did.
Really aggressive.
That's how I do everything.
Poor Amy.
He didn't even deny it. He just
he just
poured
his drink.
He shrugged. Shrugged. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Just Tuesday things, you know.
Yeah. All right, Beka, you're next. What do you got?
I'm gonna do some. I've got some MB rolling, some uncut, unfiltered, still and barrel proof. Bourbon. We'll see what this does.
Okay, there's our new lead. That was thunderous.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got Papa's birthday barrel, the bottle and bond version from this year. So let's see what we got. No. Becca's got the lead, but Luke still has to go. What do you got, Luke?
Second bottle from Charbet, double and twisted.
Okay, cute, but not enough to win. So Beka wins. Yeah, it was a cute one. It was good.
They're all kind of weird cork pops.
Yeah, they were. There was some weird stuff there. Cheers. All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about the topic of the day. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. We're also sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop focuses exclusively on barrel picks. It's the job of owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot to seek out distilleries that are making the best whiskey in the world, taste through their barrels, and select the ones that are off-profile in the best way possible. They have high standards and refuse to allow anything into their store other than something they would be proud to have their name on. This leads to some really awkward conversations with distilleries that can't make it, but they do it for you, their customers. Learn more about what is going on at their St. Louis-based store by heading over to abvbarrelshop.com. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at neelyfamilydistillery.com.
Hello, this is Matt Rainey, and you are listening to The Bourbon Daily. One day when I grow up, I'm going to grow a big boy beard, just like Colonel Steve.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today, we're talking about who we want on our bowling team.
Yes, we are. So who would we want from the bourbon industry on our bowling team? Who do we want? No one's allowed to, anybody present.
We can't repeat anyone, right?
We can't repeat anyone. So who do we want?
Jason Bronner.
Jason Bronner.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, because he'd be fun.
Didn't I think
bet he's good at bowling.
And he's probably good too. Yeah. Okay.
So no one else can pick Jason Bronner.
Okay. No one else can pick Jason Bronner, nor anyone on this podcast today. So that way, there's no hurt feelings of everybody picked everybody but me or something. So I'll go next. I'm going to take Royce Neely.
That's good. Take him. I think he sucks at bowling.
I don't really care. I just want to have fun. So yeah,
good. Take him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna take Andrew Webrink.
Andrew Webrink. Oh, you'll be talking. Yeah. But that's the thing. You're gonna think we'll be talking a bunch of cool bourbon stuff. When Webrink's away from the job, he's just drinking. So
he's just drunk.
Yeah. I've been.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Like Beka said, though, he's probably pretty good at bowling, I guess. I just looking at him, I would guess that's something that he could do. Right.
I bet he's
Darren?
good.
Darren, who do you want to pick?
So, honorable mention to Kyle Neely, just because he's a fantastic bowler. We've come to find out he's had like 30 perfect games or something ridiculous.
How's he in the bourbon industry? How's he?
He's not in the industry.
That was where my first brain went. I was gonna try and cheat and get him in, but I'll just go with the fun team, and I'm going with Adam Stump.
Damn it. I was gonna try to get all my distillery buddies on here.
I had a feeling that's where you're going next. I had to steal him so you'd be there.
All right. Lenny?
So, I'm trying to think. I don't really bowl, and I suck. So I'm not really thinking who's good at bowling. I'm thinking who fits the most archetypal, bowling, Big Lebowski style team.
Yeah.
So there's a few folks, but who do I want to start with? I think I'll start with Stephen Fonte.
Fonte,
Ooh.
yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know the
You're gonna be laughing. There's no doubt.
Yeah. That's gonna be good.
He's good. So we're gonna do this serpentine style. So that means that we go all the way down and then we go back up, but we start with the same person who ended, and then we go backwards. So that means Lenny, you're up first in round 2. We're picking 3 people for our 4-person bowling team. So we're on the team, so we're one of the people. So now we have 2 on our team.
When you say we're not on the team, do you mean?
No, we are on the team. We are on the team. Yes, you're on the team. So right now you have 2 people on your team. You and Fonte are the team right now. You got to get matching shirts too, of course.
I'm going to add to my Big Lebowski inspired team, Bernie Lubbers.
Bernie Lubbers. There you go.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to last till the last round. I really thought it did.
All right. That means Darren, we go back to you. What do you got?
I guess I will go with Demetrius Kane because a team with Demetrius and Stump. Come on now, that would be a fun time.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. All right. You think he'd be good? I think he'd probably be good at bowling too.
Yeah, probably. He's not bad at anything. So
right. Yeah. He's a big guy.
Might be too busy for a bowling league though. That's the only problem I foresee.
Hypothetically speaking, we have time for this.
Okay. Then definitely locking in my answer.
Yeah. This is all. Yeah. You gotta
hypothetically.
Right. All right, Luke. Who do you want?
I'm going to go with because it looks like he was an athlete and just great guy. Is Freddie Johnson.
Freddie Johnson, yeah,
that's a good call. I was thinking about him.
Yeah, the problem is at one point you're going to be crying in the bowling alley. Freddie tells these great stories, and he gets you. Yeah, he gets you. You're going to be. We'll look over at Luke's team's bowling. I'll be like, he's crying. Luke must be doing bad. He's in tears over there. No, he's just listen to a good Freddie story.
Having a good time.
All right. So I've got my team: Royce Neely, me, and Jackie Zykan. Jackie Zykan. How about that? Yes.
All right.
So I've got a pretty good team going. Everybody's going to be wishing they're playing against me week to week because I got a fun team. All right, Becca, who's next on your team?
I'm grabbing Freddie No.
Freddie No. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that he's probably an athlete as well. I think he'd be fun.
Yeah.
Got Jason Browner and Freddie No and myself. It's a good team so far.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Who's the last one on your list?
I'm going to make sure that we have a father-son lineup, but not what you think. I'm going John Waddell for my last one.
John Waddell. Ronner's long-lost son. Ronner's long-lost son. Okay. Fair enough. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Who should be my 4th and final bowling team person? I think I'm going to go Jason Fruits and his $1 billion grain company. He's going to buy us all matching cars. Not only do we have matching shirts, we get cars we drive in. We all come pull in our 4 cars because he just sponsors. He's like, I want to be the bowling team sponsor. I'll be like, oh, that's cool. He's like, well, let's get matching cars then. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, Fruits. I got Fruits on my team. So, yeah. All right. Luke, you're next to your last pick for your bowling team to round out your bowling team.
All right. Since you changed, well, you didn't change. You stated the rules earlier that we can't pick anybody on this podcast.
Right.
Because I did have Becca on my team, but that was. But now, sorry, Becca. So
I would have loved to be on your team.
I'm going to go with a long shot, Renee Howell.
Renee Howe. Okay.
Ooh, that's another good one.
Renee Howe. All right. Fair enough. All right. Next up is Darren.
So I feel like my team's missing a little bit of sandpaper. Like we're gelling too smoothly. So I'm going with Lisa Roper Whitaker as my last pick to give us a little bit of
Lisa Wicker.
Direction.
Lisa Wicker. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's good. She's fun too. Well,
yeah.
I like hanging out with Lisa
team.
Wicker. Yeah. All right. Lenny.
All right. Sticking with like big personalities and kind of parallel to the industry. You guys know Martin Duffy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just hung out with him the other week.
I'll bet you he fucking bowls too.
No shit.
I bet you he does. I mean, he wears bowling shirts all the time.
He does.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you would add to my solid winning team.
Okay.
That is quite an interesting team right there.
Yeah, let's go over our teams. Just the audience, they're not necessarily playing at home. Lenny, who is on your team? You got you and who else?
Well, in reverse order, as I've just stated, I've got Martin Duffy, I've got Bernie Lubbers, and I've got Stephen Fonte.
Okay. All
I can
right.
tell you this much: Lenny will never be able to say a single word
No.
the entire time.
Yeah. All right. Who is on your team, Darren?
So it is me, Lisa Wicker, Demetrius Kane, and Adam Stump.
And Adam Stump. Okay. All right. All right. Beka, who's on your team?
I've got Jason Bronner, Freddie No, and John Waddell.
All right. I've got Royce Neely. I have Jackie Zykan and Jason Fruits are on my team. And Luke, how about you?
I have myself, Andrew Webrink, Freddie Johnson, and our Canadian friend, Renee Howe.
All right.
Honestly, all pretty good teams.
This would be a fun league. I mean, this would be a league you would look forward to going to, wouldn't it? I mean, yeah. I'd be like, oh.
Can you imagine
man.
the bottles of whiskey we'd be sharing while we're doing this?
Man. Imagine the whiskey. Yeah.
The bowling alley people would be like, hey, guys, someone's got to throw the ball. Get it together.
Get it together.
You only have 2 hours to play. You need to actually be playing.
Yes.
The goddamn ball.
Yeah. They're like, and by the way, you should be buying your drinks at the bar, not bringing in all these bottles, folks. We're like, hey, we're in the
bourbon out of your pocket.
All right. Yeah.
We didn't know.
So Lenny, would you take, if you had a perfect game, would you take I guess that multicolored shoe, shot of whiskey out of that shoe?
Yeah. A booty shot or a shoey, as they call it.
A shoey.
A shoey.
Yeah, definitely. I would have no problem doing that.
No.
I would even do that sober.
Out of a bowling shoe? A rented bowling shoe?
No problem.
They disinfect them.
Would you use something besides whiskey, or would you use whiskey? I feel like whiskey, it will kill some of the stuff.
Probably high proof as well. I would never use beer. That's disgusting.
Right. What would you do a shot out of a Jim Fosnot's shoe?
I would prefer not to. I'm sure I could be convinced to do it.
That's a hard no.
Yeah, that's a hard no for me too. Hey, no way. Okay. Fair enough. So, all right. On that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we're going to start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures, also several days a week at the ABV Barrel Shop.
All right, Luke.
You can find us on Instagram at Santa Fe Boutique Wines and Luke Otero on LinkedIn.
All right, Lenny.
You can find me and the rest of Deer Hammer on social media at Deer Hammer, on the web at deerhammer.com. You can also bounce over to sealbox.com and order Deer Hammer shipped directly to your door, and come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado, and do a booty shot.
All right, Miss Beka Sue.
You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram at Miss Beka Sue, 1K and OCs.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got that company website. It's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us, that ABV Barrel Shop, where Darren said he is. I'm also there sometimes. So go online and at least sign up for email text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com. Beka, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd just like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Farnance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you guys.
Later.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some of the great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro is owned and operated by Russell Creed, who makes stills for the hobby distiller. He offers a one-stop shop for everything the at-home distiller needs. Whether it's a small, experimental stovetop still or something bigger you run outside, he has the still or parts you would have difficulty fabricating yourself if you were trying to build a DIY still project. Additionally, he has resources to assist in creating unique distilled spirits, including heirloom grains, barrels for aging, and recipes. Check out Russell's company online at moonshinestillpro.com. Finally, I have a question for you. Have you ever boxed a bear? Of course not. That'd be silly. Bears really don't follow the rules, so shots in the back of the head, punches to the nuts, and scrums after the bell would be the norm. A better idea would be to enjoy Boxing Bear Whiskey, a brand crafted by Nobleton's Distilling House in Union, Missouri, and sold exclusively at the ABV Barrel Shop in suburban St. Louis. This is a popular offering that sells out quickly, but when you're in town, stop by the ABV Barrel Shop and see if they have it in stock. Better yet, sign up for their email and text distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com and you'll know exactly when it is in stock. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.